Hello there, I'm Big Alias, and this week I'm rested, I'm energized, and I'm almost over the flu horrible thing that happened, but also one thing that I'm not over is the second week of Halo Infinite Flight. It has returned, and with it we have Big Team Battle. It is upon us. They've finally shown us some new. I say finally shown us some new. I feel as though there's been a lot of new Halo Infinite, but we see for the first time Big Team Battle mode and a new big ass gigantic map. A big map, let's say that. And man, am I excited. But you know, Big Team Battle, I've never really talked about this on the channel, but Big Team Battle is actually it's incredibly important to Halo. And though I do think I play more arena-based Team Slayer, you know, stuff like that, smaller maps, I actually think that Big Team Battle is probably more important. It's more of an important part of Halo than regular Team Arena Slayer, which sounds terrible. It sounds absolutely incorrect. But when I think of Halo, man, when I think of Halo, I think of Big Team Battle maps. I think of those bigger maps, you know. And when I trace back what my favorite maps from previous Halo games are, almost all of them are Big Team Battle maps, you know, with the exception of Guardian. I mean, it's Sand Trap, Blood Gulch, you know, Valhalla, Burial Mounds, you know, all of these old, even there's a few that I can't even remember the name of, but there's one in Halo 1 where it's based on one of those bridges, and it's a big aerial combat one. Oh, I absolutely love that map. Avalanche, you know, was it Avalanche? Yeah, of course it was. You know, Sidewinder, that's the Sidewinder. Thank you, Brain, for remembering that. You know, all of these Big Team battle maps, they're really synonymous with Halo to me. They're a very important part of it. So for Infinite to get it right was very important. I will say something that I never thought I'd say on this channel before was that I actually, as much as I don't like Halo 4, I do think the best part of the multiplayer was the Big Team Battle, which it was okay. The Big Team Battle was okay. You know, propped up by some okay maps. And actually, weird fun fact. This is a really weird, bizarre fun fact, but all of the DLC Big Team Battle maps for Halo 4 were actually really good. It seems, I mean, I guess it's not a fact. It's a little bit too subjective to be a fact, but it totally is, because they were actually quite good. I never thought I'd find myself praising Halo 4 on this channel, especially in a weird way like that. So it was very important for them to nail Big Team Battle with Infinite, especially when they screwed it up with 5. I'm someone who thought that, you know, that Halo 5 wasn't a bad game, but Big Team Battle was absolutely atrocious. They swapped it for Warzone, which I didn't really like all that much. And then all the Big Team Battle maps were all Forge maps. So they had a lot to recover. And I really do think that's part of the backbone of the reason why Halo hasn't really felt too Halo recently. Until now. This is tremendous. I've been holding it in for too long. This is amazing. Oh my god, it's so good. I thought Infinite couldn't get better than last week when I discovered Behemoth. And when I discovered Behemoth, I discovered something that felt so Halo. That felt like a real proper Halo experience, and I got so excited about this. And this week, I got the absolute pleasure of experiencing it once again, but in a completely different way. The map is so Halo. The map says to me, it lives and breathes the notion of, let's make a Halo map. Let's make a Halo map that is as Halo could possibly be. It is on a ring. It feels like Forge World with a little bit of Blood Gulch and a little bit of Valhalla thrown in there. Like the most synonymous Halo maps, the most famous Halo maps all rolled into one. It's grassy because it has to be. You know, it has Forerunner structures and spires because it has to, and it does, and it nails it, and it's beautiful. It's a little bit more cluttered than your typical, you know, Halo Ring Big Team Battle map, but, you know, that's really, I mean, again, that's quite subjective, and it does offer up more cover, which is great. But aside for that, I love the layout, I love the size, I love the Forerunner structures, I love where the weapons are, you know, the weapon placements. I love all of the vehicles, I love the way the vehicles play. Everything about this is so good. Oh my god, it is so much fun. And for the most part, with the exception of I think if I'm going to use the gameplay that I just recorded, then unfortunately I will be using some pretty terrible gameplay for this commentary, because I had such a great time with it that in the whole time that I played, I didn't once think to record. So I had to quickly chuck a couple of games in before this window closed. And even then I had a great time. I had so much fun with it. The pacing is fantastic. The player count's great. Maybe could have done with a couple more players, I guess, here and there. But again, I'm splitting hairs now. It feels great. A little bit Reach with like aesthetically, but the gunplay for Infinite is there, which is, I think, far better than Reach. I got a chance to use a Wasp yesterday as well, which is a lot of fun to use. Obviously it's a little bit weak, but it's quite OP as well, so that's quite good. And one thing I really like about a more vehicular map is that it really shows off how great this new sandbox that 343 has brought to the game is. And I was using my Ravager to take out Warthogs, and it was viable, but not like in a way whereby I would choose the Ravager just to take out vehicles. It will take a few hits. It'll probably take about, half of the ammo of the weapon, maybe more, but you could get the job done, and I really like that. But if I wanted to, I could go around, I could find a skewer, or I could use a pulse rifle to take out the driver, or a sniper rifle to take out the driver. It feels very versatile, and it feels so good. It doesn't, unlike with 5, and to a little bit of a certain extent with 4, it doesn't feel like just, it's a big map and there's lots of players on it. It feels like more of a playground situation in Big Team Battle. It feels like, oh, here's a bunch of stuff and you got to figure out your way to do it. You got to figure out, like, I use the power-ups a lot more here. Like I would throw down the shield thing when I was capping a point, or I would use the grappling hook to get away from a fight after I capped a point, or I'd use the grapple on some vehicles. The skewer became a lot more usable. The repulsor grenade, I think it's called, a lot more usable too. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I didn't get a chance to get into the vault door thing. I almost did. It just closed before I could get there. But no, the Big Team Battle is absolutely tremendous. The fusion coils, you can pick up fusion coils, and it is so much fun. It's so brilliant. I just absolutely yeeted one at an enemy. I knocked that fucker out. Absolutely decimated the dude with the fusion coil. And you can obviously pick it up with the grappling hook and stuff like that. It's just so much fun. I actually think that I'll probably, if it continues like this, I'll be playing more Big Team Battle than regular team arena games in Halo Infinite. And I'm shocked to say it, because I like the team arena stuff too, but man, it just, it feels so Halo. This is just like playing on Behemoth all over again. Between Behemoth and I think, what's this map called? Fractured? Something like that? Or is it Fragmented? Anyway, one of those maps. Yeah, but between that and Behemoth, oh my god, this flight feels so Halo. I really feel like a gap has been filled in, and 343 have done a fantastic job with this. God, what has it been now? This feels more Halo than Reach. So for 14 years, I've been waiting for Halo to feel the way that it did, and it's getting there. It really is. I think all they have to do now at this point is obviously introduce a half-decent player progression system, tweak a few things here and there, and man, I would already be ready to say that this game is fantastic. I already love this game because it has a few really good maps and live fire, which is okay. And it's already a massively fun experience, and I'm already having a great time with this tiny amount of content that I have now, so I can already call it a great game, but it does need a good progression system. With regards to the flight itself, I still had issues, but actually they seemed a little bit ironed out. The game still crashed on me 3 times in the space of about 40 minutes, and then again I think it crashed another couple of times. I still have the issue with lag. I still have a slight issue finding games. It was much worse at the start, but then got a lot easier as the flight went on. I was able to party up with Ben over the weekend, so that's really good too. So it does seem to be running slightly better with regards to the flight itself, but it still needs a lot of work. The game does still need, on a technical level, a lot of work. But with regards to maps and Big Team Battle, man, I'm happy. Please, 343, my request would be fix those issues on the Xbox One X and give us more maps like this and like Behemoth. I want those classic Halo maps. Everybody is falling in love with both of these maps. So listen and make more. But yeah, I'm having a really fantastic time. I'm not even tired of talking positively about Halo because I've missed it. I haven't been able to do this in a very long time. As a matter of fact, on this channel, I have not been able to praise a new Halo game like this and hype one up either. So I'm super happy about that. But anyway, if you've played it, feel free to let me know what you think if you want to. But other than that, fantastic game, and I will see everyone later.